It's another week where we are not allowed to go and watch our favourite clubs play, but is that about to change? It's our weekly football chat. Back, and we are here to look at the Vanarama National League South for the first time this season. Before we get back into the football material, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our further football videos coming at you all throughout this season. So with restrictions in place at the moment, meaning we are not allowed to go and watch our local club or the team we support, there's latest rumours with the vaccine and everything coming that could be on the horizon. Maybe in the next couple of months, football fans may be able to go back into stadiums to watch their clubs play, even at elite levels, even if that is non-league elite with the National League North and South. Hopefully that is the case and we can get back to football. Today we're concentrating on the Vanarama National League South, and let's have a look at those all-important stats first, and we delve into this weekend's fixtures from the division. So looking at that table, and it is Dartford that is leading the National League South at the moment. Top spot is theirs for now, ahead of Hungerford Town, a team that only stayed up due to COVID hitting, and they were looking really in trouble last year, have been dropping down to the next division. What a start they've made. We'll link down below the prediction we done for this division at the start of the season. And I thought Hungerford would look a lot stronger this year. Didn't think they'd be punching the heights they were at the moment. Another mention as well, St Albans had a very good start. They are also in the top four at the moment. Top clubs like Maidstone, Dorking, HEMPSTEAD, all there. Good starts from Eastbourne, Chelmsford and Oxford City. And HAVANT creeping into the top half with their win last night. HAMPTON and Richmond make up the top half. Down the bottom, it's Braintree Town, pointless at the moment. This league obviously has only 21 due to not filling up due to the demise of Bury in the Football League having a knock-on effect last season. They're joined down near the bottom with DULWICH, Hamlet and Welling have had a poor start, as well as Bath City. But we're looking to a few more of the stats of these clubs. So who's scoring the goals in the division? Well, Maidstone are well ahead. 17 goals already scored from them. Dorking with 13. The surprise package so far, Hungerford, have already notched up 12 goals in the opposition net. And EBBSFLEET joined them on 12. Dartford with 11 goals themselves. So from them clubs, who are the top goal scorers in the division so far? Leading the way then is Ryan Seeger. Haven't a couple of spells, ex-Southampton striker, leads the way on 5 goals for the surprise package. Hungerford. Bingham is there for EBBSFLEET with 4s at Dundee United last season. George Porter for Maidstone also on 4, as is the ever reliable Jason Pryor and Jake Robinson for Billericay. 3 teams yet to win in the division. Those are Welling United, Dulwich Hamlet and Braintree Town, all yet to register 3 points in a weekend. The lowest goal scorers in the division, well, that is the trophy so far of the unwanted Dulwich Hamlet. Only 3 goals for them so far this year. Bath City, Chippenham, Tonbridge and Hampton and Richmond have only scored 4. So there are the stats, and now we're going to go and have a look at every single fixture that we've got coming this weekend, and we're giving you our predictions along the way of how we think each game will go. Don't forget to comment down below who your team is in this division, who you follow, and who you reckon will pick up the 3 points this weekend. So let's get into this. Unfortunately, we don't normally get a full fixture list anyway of every team playing due to the uneven amount of teams in the division, and we're also going to have to scratch off Concord versus Bath. Bath City have had a couple of players contract COVID over the last few days, and they've had to forfeit this weekend against Concord. So best of luck to them, and hopefully they can get back to playing matches soon. But there's still plenty of other games to look forward to. First up, we head to the New Lodge and Billericay hosting Slough Town. Billericay in 17th at the moment, Slough in 11th. Both would have been hoping for a better start after a very good season for last year for Slough, finishing 5th. Billericay fancied to do a lot more better this year. 4 straight league defeats for Billericay led to a 4-1 win in their last match away at HEMEL HEMPSTEAD. Jake Robinson grabbing a hat-trick for Billericay. as he's done throughout the years, banging goals in for Billericay. Slough, on the other hand, they've played 5 this year. Bit of a mixed bag. 1-2, drawn 1, lost 2. Only 1 away game so far for Slough, and that was a 3-1 defeat at Dorking. Prediction, I'm going to go for 2-2 in this, which was exactly the same result in this match in January. I think not much between the two sides again at the New Lodge this year. We go to Chelmsford, and they host Hampton and Richmond. Both had a pretty decent start and both defensively quite resolute. Chelmsford 1-1, drawn 1 and lost 1 at home so far. Lost to Tonbridge on Monday night. Before that, a resolute 3 clean sheets on the bounce as Chelmsford keep up their reputation of being pretty strong at the back at this level. Hampton and Richmond, 3 games out of their 5 this season have had 1 goal in it or less. Won 1-0 at Hungerford on Tuesday and have won their last 3 away games in all competitions without conceding a goal. Plenty of experience with Julian at the back there for Hampton and Richmond. And in the defence, people like Donaldson, Inman and Miller Rodney definitely capitalising on a lot of attack this season. Chelmsford, Hampton and Richmond, very strong defensively. And again, I see another tight game. And I'm going to go for Chelmsford just to nick the points in this from 1-0. 1-0 to Chelmsford. Chippenham, they are at home to EBBSFLEET this Saturday. Chippenham in 14th. EBBSFLEET inside those playoff places after their relegation from the National League last season. Chippenham have lost their last 3 in all competitions. However, they've had a couple of weeks since their last game, so potentially a bit of work on that training pitch will get them ready for this EBBSFLEET game. New signing this season, Joe Hanks missed a penalty in the 4th minute at St Albans in their last match, losing that game eventually 3-0, so something may have changed if that had gone in. On the flip side, EBBSFLEET unbeaten in their last 3 since also losing to St Albans, lost 1 of 4 league games away last season. They've already played each other this season, drew 1-1 in the FA Cup, Chippenham winning that away from home, 9-8 on penalties, which was a bit of a classic cup tie there. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for EBBSFLEET here. I think there's going to be an away win. I think they're going to be quite strong for a lot of sides this season, but Chippenham will put a good fight up against, I'm sure, but I'm going for a 2-1 away win in this one. Heading off to the Meadowbank now. Dorking Wanderers in 5th place up against Tonbridge Angels. Dorking won 4 of their 5 league games this season. 4 of those games as well have been away from home, which shows you the quality that Dorking have in that squad this year. Great use of the transfer market in the summer from Dorking. They've got the quality of Pryor up front, who always guarantees you goals at this level. They're bringing in people like Fogden, Rutherford, got the abilities of McShane. There's a whole host of players that can do a lot for Dorking this year, and they will be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. For Tonbridge, a great reaction after a 7-0 home defeat to Bradford City in the FA Cup, winning just 2 days later 2-0 away at Chelmsford. Massive character for them to get back on the winning run for Tonbridge. Certainly up and down form for them so far this season. When you look at the form guide, it reads win-win, lose-win, lose-win, lose-win. So, yeah, definitely yo-yo season so far for Tonbridge. No draws for them yet. 3 of their 4 league games have been away, winning 2 and losing just the once. Dorking won this game 3-1 last season, and that's the prediction I've got for this weekend as well. Gone for a Dorking 3-1 victory over Tonbridge. Eastbourne Borough have had a great start to the season, haven't they? They sit in 7th at the moment and they host bottom of the table Braintree. A very good start from Eastbourne, as we previously mentioned. 10 games in all competitions. They've only lost twice. Won 3 of their 7 home games, so potentially the home form has got room for improvement as well. Dean Cox grabbing an equaliser in the draw against EBBSFLEET on Tuesday. They've mixed it with the best as well in this division and still not really come unstuck. And I think Eastbourne will surprise a few this year. Certainly be the other end of the table was they were fighting for last season. They got up against Braintree, who have lost the last 7 in all competitions, including in that a 1-0 home defeat to Malden and Tiptree in the FA Cup. Their last 3 defeats have only been by the odd goal, so there is a bit of a fight and they're not getting annihilated, which is something to take a bit of heart from. Won 2 of their last 18 games as well for the back end of last season, so form for 2020 has really been poor for Braintree. However, a bit of comfort to take. They won the last 4 games against Eastbourne. 5-0 they beat Eastbourne last season. at their own ground, and a 3-2 win on their last visit here in 2017. With all that being said, I don't see if you think you can see past Eastbourne. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Eastbourne win. Both of these sides are in the FA Cup second round after great FA Cup stories at the weekend. Haven't only one defeat in their 8 games so far this season. That was at top of the table, Dartford. They got goals all over the pitch, haven't they? Joe Iafano, Taylor, the return of Danny Kedwell, Deacon, Tommy Wright. There's a list there, isn't there? As long as your arm of people potentially could get goals for Havant this season, they're definitely one of the strongest outfits in this division. For Oxford City, we've already done a piece on them this year, which we'll link in the description down below. Oxford City had a fantastic start to the season, and they really look like they can keep it up as well. A great win over Northampton in the FA Cup, 2-1. Roberts and Josh Ashby, 2 men who are definitely know where the goal is this season. 1 defeat in their 8 games, exactly the same as Havant. In the FA Cup second round, exactly the same as Havant. Havant usually win this fixture. They won 3-0 away last season. 3-2 was the last time when they met at Havant, when it was then called Wesley Park. In January 2018, funnily enough, Poku scored for Oxford City that day. He'll be lining up for Havant this time. I can't split them at the moment. I think haven't really taken off as of yet. I think when they do, they will steamroll through a lot of sides this division. I can go for a 2-2 draw this season on the south coast between Havant and Oxford. We go to Vauxhall Road next for HEMEL HEMPSTEAD hosting Welling United, and Welling cannot be happy with the start they've had so far this season, sitting 19th in the division, yet to win any games. The only positive, I guess, going into this, their only points they have picked up this season, 2 draws have come on the road. But, you know, that including in that is a game where they were 4-2 up at Slough in the 91st minute and ended up drawing 4-4. But they go to a HEMEL HEMPSTEAD side who have played 4 competitive home games this season and lost all of them. Their only wins have been away from home, so something we'll have to give here between HEMEL or Welling. Welling won here 2-0 in January, and I think Welling might get their season up and running going this weekend, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win here away at HEMEL this weekend. The story of the season so far is where we head to next. Bullpit Lane and Hungerford Town up against Dulwich Hamlet, who are second to bottom. So second v top versus second to bottom. An amazing start from Hungerford. We mentioned before in our prediction video that we did for this division that we thought Hungerford would do a lot better than they were last season. Had a very strong pre-season. Had the players coming in at the right time. And no one expected it to be this high, though, I'm pretty sure. Other than the boys in that dressing room. Can they keep it going? Not too sure. But no matter what, they've had an amazing time so far. And, 6 wins from the 8 they've had so far. It started with a 4-0 defeat in the FA Cup to Truro, and you would have thought Hungerford would probably be down there again, struggling at the start of the season. It's not a good way to start the year. But after that, they just went on an amazing run. They beat Dorking 2-0 when the slump could have started, and that's a massive win. They lost their first league game at home on Tuesday, though, to HAMPTON and Richmond. So that's something they need to bounce back on if they want to keep themselves at the top of the division. For Dulwich, they haven't won yet. Their only competitive wins have been away in the FA Cup. However, never on 90 minutes. They've both been won on penalties. They've conceded 7 in their last 2 games. So going to Hungerford, they're going to need to be at the defensive best to get something from here. They did win 4-1 here last season, just before Christmas, and I think Dulwich can get their season up and going again here this season. I think Hungerford might slip to another defeat, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 Dulwich away win. However, it doesn't mean that I think Hungerford are going to slip away at the wayside. I just think it might be a difficult week for them to deal with going into next week. Probably the game of the day is Maidstone versus Dartford in the National League South on Saturday. Maidstone third in the division go up against top of the table Dartford. Maidstone 3 home games so far this season, 3 wins and 12 goals in the process. George Porter is one of those players on form with 3 in his last 2. They've got goals all over the pitch. Amaluzor, Rendell, you name it, they've got it Maidstone, and they're banging goals in for fun. They go up against Dartford, who are top. 3 away games for them as well as the 3 home games for Maidstone. 2 wins, 1 draw. Took them to the game week 4 for Dartford to actually concede a goal. So defensively, they're very strong. Only 1 little blip with that 3-2 home defeat to Dorking. But they go to Maidstone full of confidence, being back to the top of the division. And Maidstone are definitely a side not to be messed with going forward this season. Dartford have got a good record here, 2-2 back in last November, and they won 3 before that. I'm going to go for a high-scoring draw in this. I think Dartford have got the potential to get 3 points in this, but I'm going to go for the confidence of Maidstone to ensure they do pick something up. I'm going to go for a 3-3 draw between Maidstone and Dartford to finish the National League South off. So there we go, guys. That is our look at the Vanarama National League South for this weekend. Hit that like button if your side is playing today, and make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you do not miss out on future videos coming your way, football related. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.